And every morning it's the same wholesome goodness.
I think it should be short and sweet.
What, is that the way you like your coffee? Short and sweet? Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right.
Oh, you got to hear it.
Yeah. You like the Timmy's music. Okay. Well, you can, Louis, I'm not going to take it away from you, man. If you like the Timmy's music, you just embrace it. You hug that shit.
Sex is only the tip of the iceberg.
No, I didn't say F it. I did not. No. Hug the.
Yes.
Hug the. Gilbert, it's time for Cary Grant and canting.
Hey,
there you go.
Joe, hey.
Oh, you can never get along. No, not you can never get along.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I guess I just can't handle these extendo shows. I guess. You can never go wrong, thank you, with Cary Grant, of course, as the the Jewish cantor. Right?
They once said to Sammy Davis Jr. that he's the greatest performer in the world. And Sammy said that he didn't agree with that.
Right.
He thinks Mickey Rooney was the greatest performer in the world.
Yeah, well, Sammy's black. What does he know? I mean, really, come on.
Same thing.
It is, Why even... Why, this is the other thing. Why would you even bring it up? Yeah,
yes.
That's what I want to know. What the hell would you... why would you do that to me? Well, moving on today, of course, we've got more stories that matter to you most. That's right. Listen up, Monsanto. What is up next? Oh, it's a fun story. It's something that I've masturbated to before.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, the U.S. Army is to consider hollow point bullets for a brand new pistol. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, oh, right, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Army is considering the use of expanding fragmenting ammunition, such as hollow point bullets, to increase its next generation handguns, looking for the ability to stop the enemy. Really? Like, what's wrong with the Army? We've had this technology for, 40 years now?
Yes.
Hey, let's use it in the battle zone. Well, this news was revealed Tuesday during the service's 4th Industry Day for its modular handgun system. After a recent legal review within the Pentagon, the Army can consider adopting special-purpose ammunition, says Richard Jackson, Special Assistant to the Army's Judge Advocate General for Law of War, according to an Army news release. This marks a departure from battlefield practices over a century old. Jackson told the Army Times that while this isn't the first approved use of such bullets in the military, the stance represented a significant reinterpretation of the legal standard for ammunition. He also said a lot has changed since the initial movements against the round, especially with the increased prevalence of the asymmetric warfare. There's a myth that expanding fragmenting bullets are prohibited in international armed conflict. That doesn't make any sense now, does it? Jackson said. Well, no, you're supposed to kill the enemy. Well, more than 20 manufacturers are vying to make the Army's next generation handgun, dubbed the XM-17. The solicitation for the contract is to produce more than 280,000 guns for the Army and is expected to drop later this month, says Lieutenant Colonel Harry Russell, Program Manager for Individual Weapons. First deliveries are currently scheduled for 2018. 2018. Wow, 2018. 3 years. Man, okay. Well, most of the Army uses full metal jacket or ball ammunition in both handguns and rifles. These rounds are designed to hold together, increasing penetration and narrowing the tunnel of damaged tissue. Expanding the fragmenting bullets can flatten or break apart and are more likely to remain in the body of a target and transfer all of their energy to it. A wider swath of tissue is typically destroyed. Modern complaints against the Army's long-standing Beretta M9 standard handgun have included stopping power. The potential shift towards hollow-point ammunition could allow manufacturers to tool and change the ballistics equation substantially without a shift away from the 9mm round. On the battlefield, the U.S. has generally observed the 1899 Hague Convention rule banning bullets that expand or flatten easily in the human body, despite the fact that the U.S. has never been signatory to that particular agreement. The premise of the convention was that bullets caused unnecessary and therefore inhumane injury unrelated to stopping a combatant from continuing to fight. I can't believe they have all these stupid rules. It's war. Well, the U.S. reserved the right to use different ammunition, of course, where it saw a need. For example, Crime Investigations Command and military police use hollow points, as do law enforcement agencies around the country, in part to minimize collateral damage from bullets passing through a target. Special Forces soldiers also use expanding fragmenting rounds in counterterrorism missions. The use of this ammunition supports the international law principles of preventing excessive collateral effects and safeguarding civilian lives, an Army statement said. So there you go. They're considering it later this month. They're going to have the presentation there, and geez, you know, if we can all get together and decide that we really want to kill the bad guy,
yes,
we'll be able to do that more efficiently. Yes, and that's good news. However, even if approved, like they say, it's going to be another 3 freaking years before we get it.
Hey, what's up out there? This is Apocalypse. I want to recommend HTLA Radio 1 New York. It produces such great shows like Coffee and Cigarettes or Crash Talk. Let me just tell you, this guy produces so much good stuff. Everything is either educational or witty, but no matter what, you'll get fine entertainment. Never miss out.
Yeah, well, there you go. Officially from the Apocalypse man himself, there's the word. That's right, this show is educational. All right, no, it's not. 3 o'clock p.m. in the big city, New York, right now. You are listening to HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. And 3 p.m. can only mean the one thing, coffee and cigarettes, your Monday Mocha for today, Monday the 13th of July, 2015. 85 degrees Central Park right now under sunny skies. It's schnickety-boo. Yes, it is. Well, what do I got on the big show today for you? Well, I got a couple of things. Yeah. We got Sheriff Arpaio there who says he's got a man who went to Arizona specifically for sex acts with a horse. Yeah, there you go. I don't know where he's going to put that thing, but he put it somewhere because the police have body cam video footage. Oh, aren't you glad we are only audio? That's right, that powerful street drug flocka is shaking a Kentucky county. Also today, the Greeks are playing the blame game as things go from bad to worse. And hey, did you hear about that Pluto flyby, huh? Yeah, Discovery, I think it is, or Sci-Fi Channel. They've got the live feed on the 15th. Yeah, it's only 2 days away. You're going to see Pluto. Yes, you are. And apparently it could unmask the strangest solar system citizen yet. Yes, you're probably also lucky we're audio only there. Who knows what those aliens look like, and indeed if they're naked. And we're also following the Vermont police weighing mugshots posting on social media. Yes, now you can point out the bad guy from the comfort of your own device. And of course, Obama news. Obama grants clemency to turkeys and 46 prisoners. Well, we got all that and so much more today on the big show, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, that's right. You come on in and grab that cup, have a seat, light one up, gang. It's coffee time. There you go. That's the music we all know and love. Yes, it is Kennedy's Song. That's right. On Coffee and Cigarettes, your Monday Mocha, where we like to say, damn, don't that bathing suit look good on the floor? Yes, it does. The one, the only Jenny McCartney, former social media goddess herself, is in the booth pushing the buttons today, making the show go, as always. Yes, she is. And the bathing suit is unfortunately still intact. I'll keep you updated as the show progresses. Yeah, so welcome to the show today. Got all kinds of stuff to go on here. We got Greeks, horse sex, Obama news. It doesn't get much better than this. A great way to start off your week this week, of course. I'd like to do some shout-outs and welcome tos. The one, the only First Lady of HTLA herself, the one, the only Miss Devlon Crawford, is in the Spreaker.com live chat room today, as is my second favorite rebel flag bikini wearing girl herself, Sharon Hundley Chesley. Yes, the weather girl from Texas. There she is. Actually, we got some weather girl news today. You're going to want to stay tuned for that right after the first commercial break before we go to Frankie McDonald, unfortunately. It's been a nice 2.5 days without him, but he's here, of course, in his closet with his computer screen, going to be doing what he does, whatever the Christ that is. Anyhow, welcome to the show today. Of course, this show brought to you by the fine folks at PreSonus.com. Yes, if you're into audio, professional or otherwise, PreSonus is the place. Get on over there, PreSonus.com. Yeah. Also, this show is brought to you by the fine folks, Tim Hortons, New York City. Now, with those 8 fine locations in the city to serve all of your coffee and baked goods needs. Tim Hortons, always fresh. And now it is that time again, yes, where I must introduce the guest/co-hosts of the show here. First coming to us from, live, actually, from Mill Bay, Film and Television Studios in beautiful Mill Bay, British Columbia, Canada. Yes, nobody knows where the hell that is, but that's okay. He's the film director extraordinaire, nominated for Academy Awards many, many, many times over his 40 years in Hollywood, and now he's retired and still bitter. The one, the only Louis Lawless. Are you there, sir?
I nearly got kicked out of a theater. I can't remember what I saw about 2 weeks ago because I was booing and screaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, and no, yeah. Actually, it has kind of taken a toll on his mental fitness. But
can we cuss? Can I cuss as I always do on the show?
You can go right ahead, sir. Jenny's got you on that 20-second delay, and we are all good. Not a worry at all.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
I think she missed that one. Yeah. Oh. And, of course, on the line from just about 8 blocks down the street here from HTLA Studio 2 in downtown Manhattan is the one, the only, yes, Mr. Gilbert Gottfried. Give us your intro, Gilbert.
And this is, I that up.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you see, strange little man.
What the fuck?
That was a mistake on my part.
Oh, yeah, I'll blame you.
I'm ready.
You're ready. You sure? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yes.
No. He doesn't know. It's
not awful, but just not good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here, guys. Welcome,
yes.
Of course, to the show as always. It's good to have you here. And
I finally figured out how to edit.
Oh, thanks for interjecting while I'm working, Louis. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's good, you know.
You know how to spell my last name on the check, right? It's Louis Lawless.
Yeah, we're all about that. We've got it covered.
Yeah.
We're good. We're fine. That's not a problem. Our checks are always good. Don't worry about a thing. All right, well, moving on today. We do have a lot to cover today, so hey, let's get to it, shall we? Maybe. Especially when our first story today is, well, the first story it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite the story today. Yes, it is. And the story comes to us from, well, my favorite sheriff.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, I guess I'll get right into it as much as I don't want to. Trust me, you're glad this story is audio only. Yes. In Phoenix today, undercover sheriff's deputies arrested a Pennsylvania man Friday night on suspicion that he traveled to Arizona to have sex with a horse.
That was a mistake on my part.
Oh, were you the one that got away? Yeah? I guess we'd call you the accomplice.
Which woman are you married to or living with now?
Well, actually, in New York, horse sex is illegal, so I'm... Well, Michael Crawford, 68 years old. He can't even get it up anymore without pills. and, you know, looking at that horse's rear, what the... God, I'm only, what, 47, 8? I don't know, something like that. It takes me a good 10 minutes to get a boner looking at Jenny in the rebel flag bikini. He's going to go and look at a horse and what? Well, Michael Crawford, 68. Yes, and I do need to qualify this. This is in no way any relation to HTLA's First Lady, Devlon Crawford. No. No, he's completely out there on his own with that family name that she's probably going to change now. Yes. Well, Michael Crawford, 68, landed in Phoenix believing he would meet with a horse owner he'd been corresponding with online, according to a statement released by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
So I wonder how they originally hooked up. Maybe eHarmony. Oh, no, that's for donkeys.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's... Never mind. Well, Crawford hoped the fictitious owner would indeed allow Crawford to engage in, quote, perverted sex acts with an animal. To which I would say, is there any other kind? Well, let's see. I guess there's those innocuous sex acts with an animal. And then there's those indeed mundane sex acts.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but this guy went all the way to level 3, and he's perverted sex acts. Yes, Sheriff, actually, not... Sheriff Shoapio. That's right. Sheriff Joe Aparo said at a press conference Sunday Crawford posted an ad on a popular website soliciting a willing horse owner. According to the sheriff's office, I've never done any searching, but really?
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Dude, if your hobby is getting off on horses, nobody'd love you. They just wouldn't.
How many different families do you have?
Well, the number might be high,
yes,
but at least I can say that they're all human. Okay? All right. Yes, investigators at the Animal Crimes Investigation Unit opened the case in October and corresponded with Crawford via email and telephone. Geez, I thought they just did that, what's that show, the Chris Andrews, getting the ones that are trying to get the teen girls.
Yes.
What's the name of that show? It doesn't matter.
Yes.
But... Can you see? There's going to be a new reality show come out now. Mark my words, and it's going to be horse : get on it. Yeah. Well, Crawford arrived late Friday at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, where he was met by deputies. They took Crawford to a trailer furnished by a posse volunteer located near Southern Avenue and Avondale Boulevard in Tolleson, where Crawford was shown 2 ponies. Oh, boy. Well, following the equine's presentation, Crawford was erected. Yes, he was erected, yes. Not only was he erected, but he was also arrested.
Yes.
Yes. Of course, booked into Maricopa County Jail on suspicion of bestiality charge, a Class 6 felony. Which kind of makes me really wonder, what are the other 5 classes? Well, Arpaio said Crawford told deputies he didn't understand why he was taken into custody because he had not committed any sex acts yet with the horses. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk today. I just can't. Anything and everything could possibly come right out of my mouth, and yeah, that might be a Class 7 felony.
I lived in Greenwich Village for a while when I first started out as an actor.
Oh, thank you, Louis, for breaking up those images of horse sex. Yes. Well, he doesn't know why he was taken into custody because, of course, he had not committed any sex acts with the Tolleson horses. But Crawford told deputies that he had engaged in acts of bestiality, since 1971. You know, when you've got a history that long,
yes,
surely you can. I'm just not going to say anything. No. Well, this animal is animal cruelty. There is not enough teeth in the law for animal cruelty, apparently, says Arpaio. He would have gotten away with it, too, if it hadn't been for those kids and that damn dog. I don't know what he actually says. What he would have gotten away with it if he'd picked the wrong county and the wrong sheriff. Like Sheriff Lindman, 2 counties over. If it's horses you're looking to bang, yes, go see Sheriff Linden.
Yes.
There you go. Well, he picked the wrong county, the wrong sheriff. Arpaio said this is the 8th time Maricopa County Sheriff's deputies have made a bestiality arrest in the last 5 years. They've actually got a task force, I think. Yeah, I don't know how you'd...
Same thing.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. There you go, gang. So the moral of the story on that story is, if you're looking for a good time with some horses, don't go to Arizona. Just don't do it. Yeah.
You being Catholic, you realize that you can have birth control. You realize that?
Louis, we're talking about banging horses. I don't. I don't think that matters. It's.
You know why, Chris? Because you're such a control freak. You don't want anyone to tell you what to do.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, moving on today. Do I or don't I? That is the question. I've got this big, really important story about Kentucky flocka drugs. I suppose I could take a moment or two out to speak to you all about the new ads for Donald Trump. Can Trump save America? Vote now.
Yes.
I could tell you about those. I could tell you about how much I'm dreading going for that first commercial break because, of course, when we come back, well, the lighter side is we get to kill Brock Favors again. Right. But and then I get to give you a report from my man in Australia about a new weather girl sensation.
Yes.
Yelena Garcia. Oh, my God. She kind of makes Jenny McCartney here.
Yes.
You've seen her, Gilbert.
Yes.
You know what Jenny looks like, right? Blonde, beautiful, thin. Everything's perfect. Everything's in the right place. Well, this Mexican girl that I'm thinking for the weather on Coffee and Cigarettes, she makes Jenny McCartney look like Carol Burnett when she's playing the cleaning lady. Or Lily Tomlin answering the phone. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh, she's giving me the finger now. Well, I'm sorry. But yeah, we've got the report there from my good man in Australia about Yelena there. And,
Yes.
then we, of course, probably have to go to Frankie frickin' McDonald. So yeah, I'm gonna save the Flocka drug story for after the commercial break.
Yes.
At least, hopefully if we can survive those traffic and weather segments and actually get onto this story, there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
That was a mistake on my part.
Well, we can just put you on hold. You don't have to worry about it. Both of you, I can put both of you on hold. Yes. You don't have to hear anything. I'm the poor sumbitch that's got to listen to it all. And of course, trying to talk him down. Yeah. And if you heard the show on Friday, of course, you know exactly what we mean. Yes. It was just...
It's not awful, but just not good.
No, it wasn't good, and I really think that the executives at HTLA do smoke crack and probably book dates with horses. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I just had a thought. I think that's where the H in HTLA comes from.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Okay. Jenny, there's something wrong. Our beeper isn't beeping. Everybody's just swearing their faces off, and it's all over the air.
Yes.
It's the new initiative at HTLA. We just don't care.
Break for a commercial.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Absolutely. That's right. We're going to go for that first commercial, but don't worry. When we come back, we've got Brock Favors with the traffic. We've, of course, got Frankie McDonald, unfortunately, with the weather. Yeah. And many more stories for you. Stick around. Back in 2.
You've got it locked to HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons, always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice Body Spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful. A broom closet. But the worst part was the shower. My wife drying herself with the Egyptian cotton towels. Shower curtain defined that whole vacation for her. Don't just visit New York. Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
Wait a sec. I found our colors.
We've made a decision.
Great. Let's go get you set up. We need the brushes. You should check out our workshops.
Push your color boundaries while staying well within your budget walls.
I want to paint something else.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Behr Premium Plus Interior Paint. Only at the Home Depot, and now only $23.46 a gallon.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out, we never style, we never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Oh, yes. Both the Nazis on Hogan's Heroes were Jews.
Well, I'm really, it fills me with joy and glee every time you mention useless crap like that. No, it's true. It's true. I gotta say, it's absolutely true, and I just love it, Gilbert. Thank you.
$88,000 a year they make, approximately average, 80s, let's say.
Right.
And there's 1,000. That's $88 million a year that we're paying as taxpayers.
I know, Louis. It's a big bill to foot, but of course, when you do things with horses, it's like everything, women, they cost a lot.
Yes.
But when you're talking about something that's 2,000 pounds and got a couple of hooves that'll kick you into next week. Well, when she says jump, you don't get to say how high. That's right. Welcome back to the big show, of course. Your HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk, right here with you right now. CJT, the Crash Man, on Coffee and Cigarettes today is your host. Monday, Mocha, Monday the 13th of July, 2015. 3:29 in the city right now, and 85 degrees Central Park. Don't you feel better for knowing that? That's right. Let's talk about something else. Well, let's see. What do we talk about? Geez, I'm trying to think of anything that doesn't have anything to do with our weatherman. Oh, boy. Louis, you're good at breaking stuff up. Break something up here.
That's the famous story about Jerry Lee Lewis. You heard that story, haven't you?
9 times.
Sitting behind his desk at Paramount, talking with big executives and TV people, and all of a sudden the chick pops up underneath, wipes off her mouth, and walks out the door, and Jerry doesn't bat an eye.
Oh, that's well, at least that's something, All right, well, now to our business. We have to.
Yes.
We have to get down to business here, and of course that business is our obligations to the NAACP. Yes, HTLA did, of course, several weeks ago hire its first black man. And I don't know about you, Gilbert. I would say that we use him pretty well every single day.
Yes.
Yeah? Anyway, his name is Brock Favors, and what he brings to us is nothing but pure joy. He does every single day. We've thrown him up in HTLA's Traffic Copter 1. And he's going to bring us the traffic update. Brock, your go.
Hello, everybody out there. This is Brock Favors with Traffic on the Ones. Chad Armstrong is out sick today, so I am filling in for my usual land reports. And I'm up here in the chopper, but I got to tell you guys, I am loving the view. Oh, my God! Oh! Whew. All right. Well, we are over the 10, and it's massively clogged down there like a pint of maple syrup on a cool November morning. And we do, oh, goddamn, we're gonna die! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I am very sorry, folks. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride up here. We are now approaching the 405, where the left lane is blocked by a mattress. So somebody is going to be doing a little return to IKEA later today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, please! Oh, goddamn! Oh, get me out this motherfucking dump machine right now! Oh, no, Blasi, we ain't meant to be in the sky! We ain't meant to be in the sky, man! Oh, mama, help me, mother... But a 405 is up right now. Ain't nobody going down this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, folks. I'm very sorry, but I'm losing my up here.
Actually, you have every right to. We're about to crash.
Help me!
My film, Unrepented, did very well in Europe.
Louis, you heartless bastard.
That was a mistake on my part.
Well, see that you never do it again, like tomorrow. God. And, of course, yes, once again, our condolences go out to the Favors family. Yes. Well, moving along now. I have a good thing before the bad thing.
Yes.
I do. I really, honestly do.
Yes.
I do. Don't know if you guys have been keeping up on my Facebook, or if you even have me as a friend on Facebook, or if you even care. Of course, that I am on Facebook. I just don't know, but if you happen to be, you may have noticed I posted a video 2 days ago.
Yes.
Yeah. And the video is it's kind of a review of a Mexican weather girl.
Yes.
And her name is Yelena Garcia. Yeah, that's the one, Garcia. Yelena Garcia. She's apparently taking the internet by storm for her incredible meteorological talents.
Yes.
Of course, those being incredible titties and ass. Oh, yeah, no, like, I'm serious. Like, when I said that it makes Jenny look like Carol Burnett as the cleaning lady, I wasn't kidding around there. And, well, after seeing some of these weather reports, why would you ever go to a horse? I don't know. But I'll tell you.
That was a mistake on my part.
Canadian horses run. Well, no, of course, but she's apparently very good at what she does.
Yes.
Which is get men hard.
Yes.
And, of course, she's taking the internet by storm because she gets men hard. And so much so that a good friend of mine in Australia...
Yes.
Thanks for saying yes over Australia. Yeah. A good friend of mine in Australia, Kirk Lentworth, actually sent me this video, and his narration and his, it's kind of his voiceover over the whole thing. There are several times in this recording where you're going to hear him just kind of lose it.
Yes.
And be warned, our what do we want to call it? The fuck button doesn't work. I think Jenny's protesting. I think she's pissed that, we're all looking at this new weather girl. But have no fear. Of course, HTLA corporate heads have no interest in bringing her on to the Coffee and Cigarettes weather report because, of course, we have Frankie McDougal. But anyway, without further ado, here is my good friend Kirk and his his review of weather girl Yelena Garcia. Check it out.
I find myself really interested in Mexican weather lately. I don't know what it is. Oh, fuck me, Dad. It's good just to learn about other cultures and precipitation. Like, yeah, I may not know what Yannet Garcia is saying, but a part of me is okay. It's okay with all of this. 33 degrees, 56%. Like, I get the bullet points. I get the bloody bullet points, and that's all you need. Minima, maxima, notchy. Yeah, all good. Fucking lightning, rain. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's fine. Even if I did know Spanish and she told me that a freak tidal wave approaches, I'd be like, so what? I'll live. It's no worries. I have a snorkel. She could tell me climate change is, fuck, real. I'd be like, what do I have to do? She could be saying, stock up on tin food, get plenty of bog roll, protect your family, and I would jump into action. She'd make me approach the apocalypse with a can-do attitude. Anyway, back to the weather reports in Australia.
It's interstate tomorrow. Shower or two for Sydney, a few showers and the chance of a thunderstorm for Canberra.
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
There we go. Thank you, Kirk, for that great review of Yelena Garcia. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah. There we go. Of course, if you'd like to see that video, you could frickin' friend me on Facebook. I actually dropped over the weekend. Yes. You know, I had 705 lovely friends, and now I'm down to 699.
Yes.
It feels like Walmart is rolling back my friends. Oh, God.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Louis, stop swearing. She's not beeping you. I don't know why in God's name none of this is getting beeped, but I'm pretty sure we're screwed. Oh, whatever. At least I made sure that Kirk was beeped, and that's all that really matters. Yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't. Everybody's offended, and now nobody's listening to me, and I have 439 friends on Facebook. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't care.
Yes.
No, I absolutely don't care. As long as Devlon Crawford loves me.
Yes.
Yeah. As long as Sharon Chesley loves me,
yes.
Gee, it'd be nice if I could remember her name, huh? and indeed, yes. As long as the one, the only Apocalypse loves me, I don't care. No, I'm serious. They can all just go pound sand.
They get fucking crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
No, that's me. No, they're leaving me, Louis. Wake the hell up! Oh, Jesus!
You know why, Chris? Because you're such a control freak. You don't want anyone to tell you what to do.
No, that's not it. You stupid moron. You know what? Can we just mute him for the rest of the show? Can he be done? Oh, I'm sorry, Louis. You know, I'm only, trying to stall without going to the weather report.
Yeah.
But I guess we have to because we got a lot of a lot of stories to cover and almost now no time to do it.
Yes.
we just don't.
I'm the most talented guy in this room.
I believe it. You're in your home apartment alone. All right, well, I'm going to take my headphones off for this. I strongly urge everyone to.
Yes.
The report, I think, lasts 3 minutes.
Yes.
So we'll see you in 3 minutes. Frankie, take it away.
This is Frankie McDowell, my own TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Massive blizzards headed towards Maine on Tuesday, January the 27th, 2015. It's going to bring 30-plus centimeters of snow, especially in Bangor, Maine, and Portland, Maine as well. It's going to bring a lot of snow. Winds are going to be very strong. It's going to be zero visibility. It's going to be blowing and drifting snow, which is 6 to 12 plus inches of snow for the state of Maine, including Bangor, Maine, and Portland, Maine. Since a low pressure system is going to develop off the east coast of the United States, then a low pressure system is going to intensify and move up the east coast of the United States. That's going to cause blizzard conditions in Portland, Maine, Bangor, Maine, Lewiston, Maine, and the rest of the state of Maine on Tuesday, January 27th, 2015.
Yeah.
It's going to bring blizzard conditions, howling winds, blowing and drifting snow, whiteout conditions, and zero visibility. It's going to be very strong winds, blowing and drifting snow for the state of Maine, including Portland, Maine as well. It's going to be a intense snowstorm with blizzard conditions on Tuesday, January 27th, 2015. Oh, man. In Maine. People in Maine, be prepared. Have your winter boots ready, have your winter jackets ready. Hats and gloves, scarf and ski pants is ready. Order your pizzas and order your Chinese food. Buy cases of Pepsi, buy cases of Coke. Do your grocery shopping. Don't wait till last minute. Do it right now. Have your iPad charged. Have your iPod charged. Have your cell phone charged. Have your laptops charged. Have your tablets charged. Have your 3G, 4G ready. When you go outside, don't walk too far. If you don't like the blizzard, don't go outside.
Oh, man.
Because it's going to be blizzard conditions.
Yeah. Thanks.
When you drive the car, take your time, drive the car. Slow down. So you don't get in car accidents. Make sure to have your shovels ready, snow scoops ready, snow blowers ready, snow plows ready, and salt trucks ready as well. Drink lots of green tea, white tea, red tea. Drink lots of green tea to keep you warm. Have your furnaces ready. Turn on your furnaces to keep the house warm. Since it's going to be a massive blizzard for Maine on Tuesday, January 27th, 2015.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie. Appreciate that.
If you have anybody living in Maine, be prepared for a massive blizzard on Tuesday, January 27th, 2015. Best luck to you. People in the state of Maine, be prepared for a massive blizzard on Tuesday. Take care. Stay safe. Don't get caught in a massive blizzard. Stay warm. Be safe.
Thanks. Thanks. And you know, I figured out what it is, Gilbert.
Yes.
He doesn't actually hear us unless we talk to him like that. You got to talk to him like that or he won't. You got to talk to him like that or he doesn't actually hear you.
Yes.
And, you know, we've tried. And I actually had Jenny go to the crew guy that's with him on location at these strange places that he goes to.
Yeah.
And, you know, tried to teach him how to use a microphone. But, you know, he actually thinks, of course, that he has to talk, I guess, at a volume where everybody on the planet can hear him. Oh, Frankie.
Oh, it's not awful, but just not good.
No. No, it's not good. But hey, there's your weather for today. Don't say we didn't give you nothing. And of course, we do, of course, definitely want to start that website petition. HTLA hire Yelena Garcia. That's right. We need your signatures, folks, but I don't know how successful that's going to be as I'm losing friends by the minute.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that whole crowdfunding thing.
Yes.
You know, you got to have a crowd or you got no funds. Well, what the hell do we got to do? Well, we got a lot to do, actually, on the show.
Yes.
And I'm going to turn it over to Gilbert right now and leave for about an hour. All right. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. But, Louis, what did you think about Frankie McDonald there and the weather today?
He called me, and he called me, and he kept calling me, and I wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah, but then you heard him anyway, right? You know, and Frankie was saying about that low that was on the East Coast there. He was talking about that low.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just Frankie's IQ. That's all that is. Right? So yeah, there you go. There's your weather. Thank God it's going to be another 23 hours and 56 minutes before we have to hear that again. Yeah. And I'm really going to be putting the boots to the HTLA folks today. Actually, I'm going to fight probably round the clock until I get them to change their mind and get somebody else for the weather.
Yes.
I just have. I have to.
Mr. T would be proud of you.
I know.
You would have loved the guy. Never drank, never smoked, did drugs, nothing. He had only one obsession, and that was the women.
Yeah, it was. Well, moving on today, we've got to go from, I guess, powerful storms to powerful street drugs. Yes, we do. That's right. Powerful street drug Flocka is just shaking a Kentucky county. In Vanceburg, Kentucky, in 6 months, Ashley lost 50 pounds, blew through $15,000 of a settlement, and sold her house for $700. Oh, yes, she did. She lost feeling in her fingertips. Her hands turned raw and scaly, almost black. Oh, she'd be fitting right in.
Oh, my God, he's becoming black. I like it. Do a little rap here, too.
That's right. You on HTLA, baby. Well, yes, her hands were turning black. She was convinced that her old man talked to people through... I have to read this right. Talk to people through vents. Yes, that strangers lurked outside and that she was once in a high-speed chase with sirens blaring with the law. Yeah, she stayed awake for 9 straight days, rarely ate and drank even less. A stench clung to her body. In the shower, she could feel something seeping out of the pores in her face. God, drugs are fun! According to her, she could never get clean, though, of course.
Yes.
And after all of that, Gilbert.
Yes.
She still chased the drug. That's right. You can't stop. It's like crack cocaine, but it's better. Yes, are you enjoying your drugs? It's Monsanto. Alpha PVP, which has been nicknamed Flocka after that Waka Flocka rapper.
Yes.
Well, is an illegal synthetic drug that has made headlines across southern Florida and is now buried deep into Lewis County, about 90 miles northeast of Lexington. In the past 6 months, and some experts say it's likely to spread even further, the sheriff's deputies are on high alert because it's unlike any drug they've ever seen. Users are trading heroin just to get it. Yes, a substance that looks like a little bit of rock salt, reeks of ammonia, and sells for $100 to $500 a gram. That's it. I'm going to sell it. Screw this radio gig. Oh, man.
Bullshitters, never keep your mouth shut. Always hustling, always looking for something to do.
Here's England again.
Putting things together. That's a fucking American. Look how they took the country away from England.
England and no beep on the swearing. I told you, Louis, to stop that.
That was a mistake on my part.
Right. Okay, well, as long as you know it's a mistake, that makes it okay. Well, on a recent June morning, Bivens sat in his uniform behind a desk in the historic county courthouse in Vanceburg. He and 4 deputies patrol 484 square miles of the county. When he started as a deputy in the mid-1990s, arrests consisted mostly of just pulling over town drunks and finding an occasional bag of dope. He saw things change in the mid-2000s when parking lots were full of people lined up at pill mills. He's also seen a blip in heroin. But he's never seen anything like this. Just before Christmas last year, a 911 dispatch started receiving calls about people exhibiting bizarre behavior. There were reports of people naked, some with abscesses, profusely sweating and fidgeting. A man lay in the middle of the road, petting a dog. Another stood in boxers armed with a butcher's knife and hammer. He drove 16 penny nails through a window to keep an imaginary man from getting inside. Well, that's not strange. I do that every night. When the deputy was investigating, the man said, quote, "There he goes, running across my roof," Bivens recalled, and I mean, there was no one there. Suspects have kicked windows out of cruisers, led deputies on foot pursuit through woods, and spit in their faces. Sometimes they call and whisper, "Somebody's trying to kill me." Well, in Kentucky, possession of synthetic drugs like Flakka is only a misdemeanor no matter how much an officer confiscates, whether it's 2 grams or 2 pounds. See, I'm going into business. So when other law enforcement agencies seemed uninterested in prosecuting these misdemeanor cases, Bivens said he decided to get aggressive about identifying dealers and locking them up. "We're kicking their asses now," he said. Yeah. But the penalties, I should say, are so minor that users don't stay in jail for long. Bivens wants legislator to stiffen penalties next session. But in the meantime, he's had to get creative. "We never charged anyone with organized crime here, but that's what we're trying to do," he said. Recently, the sheriff's office has also teamed up with the federal government's Drug Enforcement Agency and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Homeland Security to track the drug going in and out of Lewis County. But before he could do that, his office had to understand what Flakka is and where it's coming from. In 2014, the DEA placed the drug on the U.S. list of illegal controlled substances. Unlike other drugs, it doesn't flow into the United States through drug cartels. Anyone can order it off the internet from China or India and have it shipped by UPS. That's pretty damn sweet.
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Yeah, aren't they uplifting, Louis? Special Agent Joseph Moses of the DEA says overseas manufacturers are getting around Customs and Border Patrol agents by labeling the drug as research chemicals, plant fertilizer, insect repellents, industrial solvents, and even shampoo. That's tingly clean. Well, during 2 recent busts in Lewis County, deputies found pounds of Flakka, including one stash worth more than $200,000. Bivens thought the arrest of the alleged Flakka kingpin in April would cut the head off the snake, so to speak. But once he went to jail, others simply picked up where he left off. In the sheriff's small office, 25-year-old Ashley sat in a straight-back leather chair in a loose-fitting orange jumpsuit stamped Lewis County Detention Center. Well, I guess that's to warn folk like me. Yes, her hands apparently trembled in handcuffs as tears dripped off her nose. She asked that her name not be used. Oh, shit. Well, I kind of blew that one out my ass. Yeah. There are plenty of stories in the county of dealers retaliating in one way or another. They've been known to lace drugs with rat poison and Drano. Bivens said those concerns are real. Well, there you go. My job is done today. I've killed Ashley. Well, Ashley had been clean for almost 2 years when she tried Flakka, she said, first shooting it, then smoking it. She was trying to get high without failing a drug test, one reason many addicts try the drug. She didn't like it at first. It tasted bad, but she got used to it. That's right, and before she knew it, she was using a gram a day, and that's just a day, she said. I'd stay up for days chasing it. Ashley was set to graduate from a drug court program but absconded, so the judge issued a warrant for her arrest. Bivens said deputies got a tip about where she was found, and she was found hiding in a closet. Back to jail she went. Van Ingram, executive director of the Kentucky Office of Drug Control Policy, said synthetics drugs were only 2% of submissions to the Kentucky State Police Laboratory in 2014, and there hasn't really been an uptick in 2015. You take one guy that's popular in the drug culture in that community, and he gets on the internet and orders something, and all of a sudden you start a wave in that community, especially these smaller, close-knit communities, Ingram said. And I think that's what happened here in Lewis County. Bivens isn't the only lawman who's seen a rise in synthetic drugs, though Madison Police Chief Wade Williams has seen Flakka, but he sees more synthetic cannabinoids, also known as synthetic marijuana. And, of course, the story goes on at length for another 75 paragraphs, all about the, scientific intricacies of all this drug, and we don't need that right now. We don't need that, so bye-bye, flakka.
They get f***ing crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Oh, right. Are you on my Facebook or Flacco? What? I don't know what he's talking about now.
$88,000 a year they make, approximately average, 80s, let's say. And there's 1,000. That's $88 million a year that we're paying as taxpayers.
I love Louis' math.
Yeah.
I just love Louis' math. Thank you for those statistics, Louis, and the... several days it must have taken you to accumulate that broad scope through your mathematics. Thank you. I know, like Yelena with the weather, you've made us all understand something so much more important. Well, moving on today, it's all about the Greeks. Yes, bend over. No, not the horses.
Yes.
No. No, it's about the Greeks, and, well, I guess they bend over too, but that's not what this story's about today. They're going and playing the blame game as things go from bad to worse in Athens. Yes, the most tumultuous week in recent Greek history has left the country's citizens angry, frustrated, and unsure who's to blame for their misery. Yes, well, hey, look at yourselves. It's just an idea.
Yes.
Just an idea. Well, a week ago, a controversial vote to reject more austerity measures took place amid massive and tumultuous protests. Days later, the government unexpectedly unveiled an austerity plan similar to the one rejected. And during the talks with Greece's creditors in Brussels, some European officials suggested that Greece's appeal for loans should be turned down. The country should be forced to leave the Eurozone, and the government should sell off most of the state assets. Yes, welcome to Liquidation World. We're selling it. Well, we've got these beautiful Greek highways up for bid. Well, even approval of new loans is sure to come with demands for tough austerity measures that will be hard to swallow for those already suffering. I don't know how much more of this I can take, says Maria Scafaldi, 29, a Greek tour guide. I thought it couldn't get worse, but last week seems like it was designed specifically to humiliate my country. We are not without blame, but it seems as if nobody wants to reach an agreement with us. They want to embarrass us and punish us. When will it end? Well, to that, Maria, I would say, welcome to the world of credit disapproval. Yeah, pretty soon you're going to start getting snotty letters. Well, some blame the Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras, who took power in January, for promising concessions from the creditors that he could not deliver and for ignoring the outcome of last Sunday's vote against more austerity measures. Some blame previous Greek governments for failing past reforms. And some blame Germany and other creditor nations for insisting on higher taxes and budget cuts that Greeks say they can't afford after 5 years of deep economic woes. I just don't get this, Gilbert.
Yes.
How is this country broke? Their tourism is like second to none on the planet.
Yes.
It is, the most beautiful place I can think of on the planet is in Greece.
Yes.
It is. And minimal terrorism.
Yes.
The women. Oh. Well,
always with a female having a relationship, married or single, it's always better that they do the leaving. If you do the leaving, it creates that lingering thing. You know what I mean?
That's why I just bang them. We don't need this relationship thing.
Yes.
Well, one proposal floated in Brussels would require Greece to place $56 billion of state assets in an offshore trust for liquidation, a huge sum that equals the value of every single thing the government owns. I don't understand how Greece can consider these punitive terms, says Konstantinos Zafaris, 25, an unemployed political science graduate. we would be selling our country, he said. Welcome to America. Well, Zafiris is a member of an extreme left-wing anti-austerity party called Adarsia. The name translates to mutiny.
Yeah.
Well, that was among 1,000 or so protesters in front of the Greek parliament on Sunday. The demonstration was expected to be much larger. Police had deployed dozens of unneeded anti-riot forces for what turned out to be a mild crowd that was a fraction of the size. The two separate protests held after last Sunday's vote that soundly rejected a bailout requiring more austerity. Zafiris said Greece would reject whatever new terms the creditors demand and leave the European Union and the euro. We have a choice between the future of more austerity or higher unemployment and higher tax laws, or we can go on our own, have a difficult 5 years or so, and then we can have dignity, he said. Well, damn straight, if you plug up that hole that all your money's currently going down. Well, those views are not yet mainstream in Greece, but it's clear that the population is more frustrated than ever. The banks remain closed, going on 2 weeks now. More than half in 4 Greek workers are unemployed, and many stores are unable to pay off shore distributors because limits placed on payments outside the country are starting to run out of essentials. Oh, damn, we didn't think about that. We live on an island. I cannot believe my beautiful country is being reduced to this, says Marco Andradis, 26, a restaurant worker who returned to Athens this year after working nearly 3 years in New York. You dumbass. He was working here, yes. And then he goes back there.
Yes.
And then everything goes down there. Wow, that's kind of like Chris Luck. Yeah. I don't know. He says it was, I was coming back to see a relative who became sick and aged dramatically in a short time. Well, now that they've died of the cancer, maybe it's time, I don't know, get back to the city. That's what I'm saying. Well, and so bad times for Greece, but hey, it doesn't matter because you know what? We're not them, and I'm going to tell you all about Pluto now.
I think it should be short and sweet.
Well, more small and insignificant, Louis. That's right. If you didn't know, the Sci-Fi Channel's doing their live broadcast so we can see those Pluto aliens naked. That's right. The new Horizon spacecraft, speeding through the solar system at some 30,000 miles an hour, carries an array of highly sensitive instruments and sophisticated electronics. It also carries a more archaic cargo, an American postage stamp. Yeah, the 1991 stamp reads, Pluto not yet explored. The New Horizons is about to render that proclamation, of course, obsolete. Early Tuesday morning, the ship is expected to become the first to fly close to Pluto, breezing past at a distance of only 7,700 miles, qualifying as kissing distance to the planet that will then lie 3 billion miles from Earth. Never before has a spaceship visited Pluto, which is the last member of the classical 9 planets to receive an ambassador from Earth. So distant that scientists still, of course, do not know exactly how big it is. Even the Hubble Space Telescope has taken only blurry photos of it. The hope is Pluto will be revealed in its glorious weirdness, kind of like Gilbert. Yes, glorious weirdness.
I'd like to have that as my slogan in life.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert, global weirdness. Yeah. Bradford. Well, the miniature planet is enchanting in its strangeness and its alien beauty. Principal investigator Alan Stern of the Southwest Research Institute in Boulder, Colorado, told reporters Monday Pluto has not disappointed. The flyby is scheduled for 7:49 a.m. Eastern Time Tuesday. In the last 48 hours, New Horizons sent back new intelligence that it has delighted and astounded scientists. The ship's sensors have revealed that they can still see Mexican weather girl Yelena Garcia. Oh, no. The ship's sensors actually revealed that Pluto's North Pole is covered by methane and nitrogen ice, and that the planet is on the larger end of earlier estimates. There we go. Oh, it's sort of like we're on the Starship Enterprise. Wow, somebody get the flocka out of his hands. Yes, he says we're coming into a new solar system. Yes, he's just all excited. He's on the Starship Enterprise. It looks so strange, we really can't make any sense of it. Well, that's good. I'm glad we spent billions of dollars and many years waiting for you not to be able to make sense of it. Well, even the slightly fuzzy snapshots that New Horizons has clicked off on its way to Pluto have astounded and baffled scientists. There is a line of dark polka dots on Pluto's horizon and the bright heart nearby, and there's a dark stretch in the North Pole of Charon, Pluto's largest moon. We're stumped, Shink says. We don't know anything. Oh, yeah, and here we go down to brass tacks now, of course. The scientists working on the $720 million mission.
Yes.
Of course, to brush aside Pluto's official demotion in 2006 from that full-fledged planet to a humbler dwarf planet. Regardless of rigid nomenclature, Pluto merits attention as a solar system citizen completely different from both the rocky planets club that includes Earth and Mars and the so-called gas giants, a group that includes Jupiter and, yes, Sharon, Uranus. Yes, Pluto is a whole new kind of planet, one that sucks the money right out of us. Oh, no, he doesn't say it sucks the money right out of us. He says, Mike Summers, actually, of George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, says, it's something that we're just not familiar with yet. This kind of planet may dominate the solar system, at least in the amount of money it's cost us. That's what he said. Glad I got that cleared up.
Yes.
And the story goes on, something about the Kuiper Belt. And some other stuff. But hey, if you're really interested, tune in at 7:45 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. I'm not wasting any more time here. No, not doing that, because we've got some other stuff to do here. Vermont police, of course, are weighing in on whether or not they should just put out all the mugshots of the bad guys, stick them out on social media so that they don't even have to get up from their desks. And the real beauty is, of course, you can sit there and finger the guy right from the comfort of your own device. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh, Gilbert, it just was not that funny. Back in 2.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Good morning. Welcome to Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where fresh always tastes better. What can I make you this morning?
How about our new flatbread breakfast paninis? Made fresh, just for you, with your favorite breakfast ingredients on maple or multigrain flatbread, then grilled to hot, melted perfection. Just $2.99. Who couldn't warm up to that?
Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where quality really does meet value.
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful. A broom closet. But the worst part was the shower. My wife drying herself with the Egyptian cotton towels. Shower curtain defined that whole vacation for her. Don't just visit New York. Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
Let's do a brand new day. Let's step away from the bland and let the color fly. Let's get to the one store with more number one choices and match this or this without using too much of this. Then, let's crack open a can and get to it. Paint? No. Let's do POW. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Glidden Duo starts at a new lower price of $25.46 a gallon.
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power!
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out, we never style, we never go out of style. Take me
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
You've got it locked to HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Action! And the thing with the camera. A drunken farmer stumbles upstairs into his bedroom, waking his wife, Roseanne. She sits up and sees her husband holding a sheep under his arm. The farmer yells, "This is the pig I've been f***ing." Roseanne says, "You idiot! That's not a pig, it's a sheep." The farmer yells, "Shut the f*** up! I was talking to the sheep."
Well, you know, at least the F button is working. Oh my gird!
He needs love, Chris. Come on.
Well, I know.
You got to dispense more love from yourself. All these people are hurting here.
Well, I'm willing to help the people, but Gilbert is on his own. Yeah. He just is. Well, hey, welcome back to the big show, your coffee and cigarettes Monday Mocha for this Monday, the 13th of July, 2015, where it is 84 degrees Central Park right now. A couple of clouds kicking around, but nothing too damn serious. Get the hell out there and quit listening to me. Oh, of course, yeah, unless you're not in New York, in which case none of this matters. That's right. That's what I love about the platform, Gilbert.
Yes.
You know, if we're just on New York, we're in New York. You know, that's it. And everything we say is actually pertinent to the folks who listen. But of course, with the advent of the internet and technology, most of the stuff that we say through most of the shows, through most of time, doesn't matter to you. Well, one thing that does matter to you, or at least it should, is Tim Hortons and their 8 fine locations in the city to serve all of your coffee and baked goods needs. Yes, Tim Hortons, always fresh. They're spreading across the USA more and more every day. Most of the Northeast is all filled up with them, and soon you can enjoy the Tim Hortons Flocka Blend. Yes, you'll be selling your house for $700 just for the taste of it. Yes. Well, moving on today. Yes, we were just telling you before the break, the Vermont police, well, they want to put the old mugshots on social media there so that, well, they don't have to get up. Yeah, just sit behind their desk and enjoy. Come to think of it, that's what I'm doing. Maybe the cops should have got into radio.
No, I don't, because I asked him, I said, well, fly out here and I'll film you.
Who? We don't know what he's doing. No. Okay, thank you, Louie.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've been on enough radio shows
to know that in the middle of an answer,
Right.
the guy is like checking the boards and looking over notes and
Well-
talking to other people.
Right.
Yes. See, now you're impressed.
He might be, but I'm not. You're not doing nothing. That's totally me there.
No, I would say, go ahead.
Well, thanks. I was. You apologize, mister.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
What is my name?
Yeah, well, it's Gilbert. I'm frickin' ready, Godfrey. Yeah. But it's great to have you here. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
Same thing.
Pretty much. Well, thanks for that chime in there, Louis. That was great and had, I don't know how, anything to do with anything.
The
but,
music is
mhm.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to hear it.
Actually, Louis, I can just give a nod to Jenny right now, and well, actually, let's do that. Jenny, there you go. There's your music. Oh wait. Jenny, the other one. Yeah, here you go, Louis. Ah, yeah. That's right, Louis. Isn't it nice?
The music is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to hear it.
We got it. Well, there you go. Can I get back to the damn show now, maybe? You know, we've passed that weatherman hump. I can, you know, I can actually deliver some entertainment for free. Yes, that's right. Coffee and cigarettes. The most entertainment you can get without a prescription.
Oh, can we cuss? Can I cuss as I always do on the show?
No, because the button does not work. Well, in Burlington, Vermont, make one mistake and your mug can end up all over social media these days. Make two, and you might attract a storm of comments on Vermont law enforcement Facebook pages. But there's the line between the public's right to know and the rights of suspects to move on with their lives. Well, the South Burlington Police Department made the decision earlier this month to cease posting mugshots on Facebook. The chief, in a Facebook post on Independence Day, wrote, quote, "A flurry of inappropriate comments and pictures could be harmful to someone who might be successful in a restorative justice system, is not subsequently charged or eventually has charges dismissed. I realize that this change in policy will result with a mix of reaction," wrote Chief Trevor Whipple. "I appreciate the discussion that has been held between myself and those who fall on both sides of this topic. In the end," the post continued, "I believe the best course of action is to no longer post mugshots to the police department's Facebook page. I want my deputies to get the hell up, stop eating donuts, and go out and do their jobs." All the mugshots who had appeared on the page previously were deleted last week. Whipple confirmed the chief said his department had weighed public transparency versus posting of the images. The discussion was made after careful consideration and took into account thoughts from the community as well. Whipple said in an interview the department had been posting mugshots for about 2 years. When it was first proposed to me, it was a great idea, Whipple said, of the initial decision to post mugshots. We're in an era where we want to be transparent. We want the world to know that we're not killing innocent, unarmed black men. When I look at the problems around the country about loss of trust in the police agencies, much of it is because of the lack of transparency. Actually, no, it's about the police being in a fatal situation with unarmed black people and shooting their way out of it. Yeah, that's really what it's about. Well, by putting up the mud shots, the chief continued, I thought it was a great way to say, here's the folks we're engaging with in an arrest situation, and to let the world know that way, if there was a concern about any sort of targeting, profiling, you name it, well, it could be seen. A few months ago, everything changed with the way community members reacted to mugshots posted on Facebook, Whipple said. So, again, because the public's changing the way they think, we have to change the way we do business. Yes, it suddenly evolved, he says, into almost an era of or an area of amusement to make fun of and humiliate, and in some cases, people who had been arrested, he said. This was not my intent. It was not the goal of putting mugshots on Facebook, and that it became a permanent record of something that might not be permanent in the end. The court may rule otherwise. Mugshots will continue to be shared with journalists through regular media release protocols, he added. The photos are accessible through Vermont Public Records requests. South Burlington Police will also continue to post arrest narratives and news releases, Whipple said. Whipple said the response to the department's decision has been mostly positive. Suspects taken into custody typically give their information and fingerprints to the police and stand for a mugshot. The police then often distribute the photo to the media, who choose whether to make it a public story. Some law enforcement take transparency to the next level, posting mugshots on Facebook pages where strangers and community members alike produce a string of comments and occasionally are joined by the accused in the discussion. Oh, look, I'm famous. I got my mugshot on Facebook. Our policy is two things, he says. First, we owe it to the public that we serve them and keep them safe and aware of what's going on in the city of Winooski. And the second is that we feel that under the Freedom of Information Act, we're just taking part in that by releasing that information, Herbert says. Herbert said all of Whipple's reasons for discounting and posting of mugshots are valid. I just stand behind the fact that I feel that we owe it to our society to serve and provide this information, he said. We're not out to subject anyone to ridicule or public humiliation in any way. That's up to the public to do. Whipple said the department's commitment to restorative justice is a larger factor in the policy change. One of the tenets of a restorative process is if you embrace this restorative process and you're successful, then you leave it without a record and hopefully learning a whole lot about yourself and about your actions and how they've harmed others. Whipple said this really is, once it's been on the web, I don't think it ever goes away. Rutland County, Vermont police avoid posting mugshots on Facebook because it's not the department's aim with the social medium, adding Chief David Cowell says. Our Facebook page is designed primarily to keep the public informed about what's going on in their community and what's going on inside their police department, Koval said. It's not designed to be a who's who gallery of who we've recently arrested. Whipple acknowledged there is always room for change or adjustment of policy in the future. Social media is one area where Whipple said his department will continue to reevaluate its approach. At the end of the day, I don't regret doing it for the time we did, Whipple said. I think the reason was honorable. We did it with good intentions, but I think a good lesson in reviewing what you do, even though you're doing something for the honorable reason, it makes sense, and it's accomplishing the goal you want, that sometimes things change, and maybe we need to change how we do business. Do they get paid for arrests? Doing business.
Yes.
Back away from the police car. We're doing business here. Well, moving on today, of course, we do have the Obama news. Yes, the dreaded Obama news.
Yes.
Yes, one more unarmed black man who is not yet dead. But don't you worry, America. We're working on it more and more every day. Well, President Obama, we all know about him granting clemency to turkeys at Thanksgiving. Yes, we do. Well, he granted more clemency today to 46 men and women who have spent years in prison for non-violent drug offenses. Their punishments didn't fit the crimes, Obama said in a video announcing the commutations. I believe these folks deserve their second chance. 46 commutations, the most granted by a president in a single day since at least Lyndon Johnson administration of the 1960s. All involved drug crimes, mostly cocaine trafficking. Prisoners will be released by November 10th so that they can definitely take advantage of the new Flocka drug craze. Well, the White House first disclosed the commutations in its official Facebook page.
Yes.
Yes, in a post saying that nearly all of those individuals would have already served their time and returned to society if they were convicted of the exact same crime today. Well, yeah, but they weren't, asshole. Well, in his video, Obama said that the people whose sentences he commuted were not hardened criminals, but the overwhelming majority had been sentenced to at least 20 years. 14 of them had been sentenced to life for nonviolent drug offenses. I believe that in its heart, America is a nation of second chances. Well, yeah, we gave you 2 terms. Well, the announcement kicks off a week of presidential votes. Evotes. No, a week of presidential events devoted to changes in the criminal justice system, including the speech Tuesday to the NAACP. Yes, the National Convention, and a visit Thursday to a federal prison in Oklahoma. Just in time for a killing. That's right. Noting that Republicans have also expressed interest in criminal justice reform, Obama said the nation is spending too much money on incarceration of individuals who received long sentences for relatively minor crimes. Oh, he thinks drug charges are minor. Well, the latest batch of commutations brings Obama's overall number of commutations to 89 people during his presidency. He has granted full pardons to another 64 people. Wow, he's got a lot of friends on the inside. Well, Obama sent letters to the prisoners whose sentences he commuted today. I am granting your application because you have demonstrated the potential to turn your life around. In jail? How? By charging by the bend over in the showers? What? Yes, Obama wrote to Jerry Allen Bailey in the case of the federal prison in Jessup, Georgia. Now it's up to you to make the most of this opportunity. Deputy Attorney General Sally Quillian Yates said the president asked the Justice Department over last year to develop a criteria to justify commutations for nonviolent, low-level offenders who received harsh sentences, that they would today because of changed punishment guidelines. We will continue to recommend to the president appropriate candidates for clemency, Yates said, and we will continue to work with Congress on recalibrating our sentencing laws for nonviolent drug offenders. White House counsel Neil Eagleson said that he expects Obama to issue more commutations and pardons in the months ahead, but those will not be enough to fix decades of overly punitive sentencing policies. The topic of his NAACP speech Tuesday. In that speech, Obama plans to argue on behalf of the congressional legislation designed to repair inequities in the criminal justice system, including harsh sentences for nonviolent crimes. The president is expected to meet with inmates themselves during his trip Thursday to a federal prison near Oklahoma City. And of course, you know what that means, Gilbert.
Yes.
You know, we've got the Obamacare now where nobody can work the website, right? So he's going to spend untold billions of dollars now on pretty much a get-out-of-jail-free website that, of course, no inmate could navigate. Yes, that's what he's going to do. Mark my words.
Yes.
Well, moving on today, of course, what else do we got? What else could we possibly have in this nightmare of topics? Well, I'll tell you what I got. Yes, the world's longest inflatable water slide, and it's making a splash in the USA. Yes, it is. That's right. In Vernon, New Jersey, the action park is officially in the record books after testing a new ride befitting of the park's wild and storied history. The world's longest inflatable water slide was officially certified by Guinness World Records Friday at 1,975 feet long. A select few employees were the first and only individuals granted the opportunity to take the slide for a spin Friday afternoon because it's not yet approved by the State Department of Community Affairs. The world's largest water slide brought over people from New Zealand and rebuilt... wow. That's... No. No, they didn't bring people over from New Zealand. No,
yes.
Yes, we got the goat farmers from Zealand. Everybody knows the goat farmers know inflatable water slides. Oh, man.
Oh, can we cuss? Can I cuss as I always do on the show?
No. I told you. No. That world's largest water slide was brought over from New Zealand.
Yes.
And, of course, rebuilt on Mountain Creek's ski slopes. It's made of 10,000 feet of polyvinyl chloride, the same material used to make bounce houses. Built by Jimmy Hunt and the Live More Awesome Foundation. The water slide consists of 20 100-foot sections, each weighing about 600 pounds. With a total of nearly 6 million stitches capable of holding 25 pounds each, it took 600 hours to stitch and assemble the plastic on the ride. It takes 2 generators and 15 blowers to keep the water slide inflated. It kind of sounds like me on a Friday night. Yes, a 1.8-inch base separates riders from the ground, allowing for no weight restrictions for the record-breaking water slide. The slide uses about 1,000 gallons per hour to operate, provided by Mountain Creek Resort's snowmaking system. The average water slide takes 10 to 30 seconds to ride, but the world's longest water slide is 60 to 90 seconds long, according to Action Park. Non-employees may have to wait a while to ride a mammoth contraption. Yes, the mammoth contraption. Oh, asshole. How about the mammoth contraption? Action Park spokeswoman Lauren Scurato says that there is currently no timeline for when the water slide will be state certified and open to the public. Citing a lengthy process, it is our hope that this news story will bring the lines and therefore the money and therefore the permit. Bet you didn't know Monsanto made water slides. Yes, there you go. Well, hey, now we go from the incredibly, stupid. Yes, we go from the incredibly stupid to the incredibly creepy.
Yes.
Yeah, I said creepy.
Yes.
Did you hear me? I said creepy.
Yes.
How about this? A woman and her 5-year-old son found a camera under a Starbucks bathroom sink in Lancaster, California. According to a local news outlet there, KTLA, it was propped up on paper towels facing the toilet and reporting, KTLA reported. We were obviously really disturbed by the incident. Jamie Riley, a spokeswoman for Starbucks, yes, because that's the bathroom. Yes, the woman who found the camera did not want to be identified, but told KTLA reporters that her 5-year-old son spotted the phone first. I noticed he was staring at the sink, a little bit perplexed. I asked him what was wrong, and he said, "Mommy, why is there a phone under there?" This is good. I gotta have a cigarette. Hang on a second.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mommy, why is there a phone under there?
Yeah.
Yes, well. Once notified, Starbucks employees immediately contacted police, according to Riley. Quote, "We take our obligation to provide a safe environment very seriously, both for customers and our own partners who work in our store," she said. The deputies discovered that the cell phone was running in video recording mode. Lieutenant Joseph Fender in the Lancaster Sheriff's Station told KTLA, "This is the second such incident to take place in a Starbucks in recent months. A man was arrested in Walnut Creek, California in April after reportedly placing a camera twice in a Starbucks bathroom, according to reports." Riley said employees are trained to inspect bathrooms for cameras and other devices on a regular basis. Really? Well, that's kind of interesting. Why?
Yes.
Welcome to Starbucks. I'm Joe. I'm your trainer. I'm going to run your training today. Now, rule number 1 when you're working at Starbucks, of course, bathrooms. When we go into the bathrooms at Starbucks employees, it is legally compelling to you to check for video cameras. Is that just me, or does that seem a little odd?
Yes.
Train our employees to constantly be scanning for cameras in the can. I was at Tim Hortons earlier today.
Yes.
And, I was even in their bathroom.
Yes.
I just can't picture any Tim Hortons manager or even trainee or employee explaining to the new recruits that you got to check the bathroom for cameras. Yes, Riley said the employees are trained to inspect the bathrooms for cameras and other devices on a regular basis, but all the incidences still occasionally happen. This isn't the first time we've seen it, but I wouldn't call it common, she said, and I'm sure it's not specific to Starbucks. Oh, no, right. Yeah, it's Dunkin' Donuts, too. Well, we did a little searching on the internet,
yes.
And of course, we found the on YouTube, of course,
yes,
because everything's on YouTube.
Yes,
we did indeed find the official Starbucks employees perv cam videos. I'm kidding. No, we didn't. Wouldn't it be great if we did, though? Yeah.
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Oh, good. Louie's still awake. Okay. Well, finally today, finally, we finally made it to the end of this bitch. Yes, I said bitch. Mm-hmm. Yes, we finally make it to the end today, and what do you think the end story is, Gilbert? Do you think I've got some Texas news? Yes, I do, just for Sharon Chesley. Yes, I do, Sharon, and it's not about horses. No, but I'll bet you she knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll bet you she does. Of course, what I'm talking about is Whataburger takes a stand against Texas's open carry law. God damn it. That's right. The popular Texas restaurant chain Whataburger announced it will not allow customers to openly carry guns in their restaurants despite a new law signed by Governor Greg Abbott in June. They will, however, allow cameras in the bathrooms. Yes, we've had many customers and employees tell us that they're uncomfortable being around someone with a visible firearm who is not a member of law enforcement, the company's CEO Preston Atkinson wrote in a statement released July 2nd, just 2 days before Independence Day prick. And I would submit that back in the old days...
Yes.
Yeah, back in them there old days, everybody was packing heat. Yeah, they just don't like it now because some of them might be better than you. Well, as a business, we now have to listen to that value and feedback, he wrote. It's bullshit, I tell you, bullshit. Well, Texas's new open carry law takes effect, of course, in January, but property owners can decide to prohibit open carry, as Whataburger has done. Atkinson said customers will still be allowed to carry concealed licensed guns in the company is supportive of gun rights. See how they did that? Oh, we support you anti-gun freaks, and we support you gun freaks. Just keep buying Whataburger.
Yes.
I want you to know that we proudly serve the gun rights community. I personally enjoy hunting and also have my concealed carry license, Atkinson said. Right, so you're coming out, you're saying all this.
Yes.
You don't want open carry. You don't want people walking around, with guns that you can see.
Yes.
But it's okay for all those guns that we can't see. Hello, howdy, welcome to Whataburger. Hey, nice piece. or it's, hey, howdy, welcome to Whataburger. Don't shoot me. Nobody really knows what the differences will be, although it is said, actually,
yes,
that in the drive-through lines at Whataburger,
yes,
there won't be so much holdup with people comparing their guns with the guy in the thing there, and oh yeah, I got my resting 460 on here. Yes, Whataburger has more than 700 locations across 10 states. Industry experts say, of course, Whataburger's decision is expected to spur other restaurants to enact similar policies. According to the Associated Press, there were, of course, mixed reactions from people on Twitter to the news. One person writes, "And I thought In-Out Burger were liberals I had to worry about." With the hashtag Goodbye Whataburger. And Jeffrey from Texas writes, "Thank you, Whataburger, for taking a stand against open carry in Texas. You got my money, and I'm a homosexual." And Jason Sabo writes, "Shout out to Whataburger for taking a stand on open carry. You can thank TX Ledge for those big, ugly signs you now have to post to do business." Thanks. You stay on topic about as much as Louie. And finally, Chad Scott writes, "Hey, Whataburger, thanks for the heads up. Now I know to never enter one of your properties again. Hashtag open carry. Hashtag F ya." I don't see what the big deal is, really.
Yes.
I mean, so, get a concealed permit, carry it in a nice shoulder holster under your jacket, doof.
Yes.
What the hell's the problem? Oh, well, that's the problem. Yes, it's time to bid farewell to Frankie frickin' McDonald. Yes. Well, I want to thank all the folks listening out there in listener land, of course, for listening to this garbage. Absolutely.
That was a mistake on my part.
Yes, we'll blame Louie. Yes, all your letters can go to louieslawless@tellus.ca. And thank you, Louie, for being here. It was great having you again today.
That was a mistake on my part.
Yeah, you already said that. Yeah.
You know how to spell my last name on the check, right? It's Louis Lawless.
Yeah, it's in the mail. Yeah. Don't laugh, so's yours. And that's right, Gilbert. Thank you again for being here, man. It's been great having you.
Thank you for listening and support the show for the love of God.
You're just so dedicated. Well, thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Jenny in the booth, for pushing those buttons today and not taking off that rebel flag bikini, because I would have just lost my shit. I would. And reminding you listeners out there as well, Coffee and Cigarettes, the Tuesday Espresso, will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, but next week...
Yes.
Oh, next week things are changing.
Yes.
That's right. You can only listen if you're open carry. That's right. You got to have open carry or listen here.
Yes.
That's right. No, seriously. We're moving the show. The show's a-moving.
Yes.
Well, I know you already know about it. You have to do it. So we had to schedule and... Idiot.
So, I could see you feel very uncomfortable talking.
What?
Now, there was another time you were when I know you're very secretive about your drug problem.
Well, I was, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, next week, the show in its entirety, Monday to Friday, is moving to the 5 p.m. Eastern time slot. So stick that down in your notes and be sure to miss that one, too. But the rest of the week, 3 p.m. Eastern, right through this week, and then we do the big move next week. Thank you, Paulie B, shooting the shit with Paulie B, of course. One and the only Devlon Crawford, Sharon Chesley, and all the rest of the Spreakerites. HTLA's promo director, Apocalypse. yes. And, well, you know what? Have yourselves a great day. We'll look forward to wasting all this time with you tomorrow. Have a good one, world.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.